So if you search around the internet, you will find a lot of MIDI packs with chord progressions. I even have in my store that you can check out in the link down below. So I'm going to be using those as an example of how you can turn those and create your own unique chord progressions, okay? So first and foremost, I'm not going to worry about drums, so I'm going to add a loop. I'm just going to change my tempo here to like 110. And pick this drum loop here and just make sure that it's in time. Okay, there we go. All right, that sounds good enough. I'm just gonna use this as our drums because I just want to show you guys chords instead of drums. So drums really don't matter. If you want to see me make drums, you can check out another video where I do drums. But anyways, what I'm going to do here now is I'm going to go into deep house chord progression. So there's a lot of them here, and what I'm going to do here is I'm going to load in a plugin. I'm going to load in Keyzone Classic, and I'm going to pick any random chord progression here, like maybe this one. Boom, there it is, and you can see it's really cool. It sounds okay, but let me see if I can find another one with a little bit more chords in, like maybe a little bit more. Yeah, just like this one. You see it has more chords. So let's say you don't like how these chords are sounding, or this progression basically. What you can do is you can actually rearrange it to have it sound the way you want it. So you can rearrange it because the chords themselves are fine, but the progression might not be a good progression for you. So all you just have to do is come here to this playback icon over here. So you can do this. But just make sure to also do this with the exact sound that you might want to use. So I'm going to change this sound to, let's see here. Let's pick Rode piano. Let's see if we can try another one. Let's try this. That's much better. That sounds much nicer. So I'm going to use this so I can actually demo these chords in the piano roll. So now I can play around and see what progression that I want, and I can select those and put them in the next bar as I see fit. So I can build my chord over here using these. And what you can actually do is, if you don't like where they're sitting, I can actually just move them like this. Or anywhere. Just like that. But the key here is to just do that, and let's try and see which one is going to be our first, because we have to choose our first chord. I think that one is a good first. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to press Control and I'm going to drag and select it, and I'm going to drag it over and bring it over here. Okay, and I'm just going to drag it all the way from 5 to 6. So our 1 is now 5 and our 2 is 6. So that's our first chord, right? And then now we have to look for our number 2. So I'm going to go back, click. So it's going to be ba, ba, ba. There we go. That sounds good enough. So I'm just going to take these and I'm going to put them over there. And I'm going to take this last one and I am going to drag it over here. So that's going to be our chords. So this was the first progression, and now this is the second one. Okay, so the second one sounds like this. That sounds pretty good, and this was the first chord progression that came with this MIDI. It didn't really sound really nice, so I can actually delete these because they're just the same, and then I can drag these all the way back. And another way you can do this is to press shift, and then you can press shift and press left or right, arrow keys, and I can just bring them back like this in case maybe you might move them and make a mistake and move them to a wrong place. So what I can do here is I can create my chord progression like this. I can just back these up. Let me just make sure I have a metronome on. Let me just add my metronome here. Where's my metronome? Where are you? All right, you know what? My metronome doesn't matter. I'll just ignore it. We have drums. I'll just put it in song mode. And I'm gonna go into the playlist. I'm gonna drag this over here. There we go. So now it's playing with our drums. Okay, that's a bit late. I'm gonna drag this back again, and I'm gonna pull this back. Alright, and I'm gonna do the same with these second chords and pull these back and make them sustain all the way. And I can actually cut these right here and create another set. And cut again at the end there. That sounds pretty cool, right? Now let's try again with another set of chords, with another chord progression. So I'm gonna close this folder and I'm gonna try a G major here. Let's see what we can pick. Just choose. Okay, there we go. So we have more here. What I can do is I can drag these up like that. Again, you can use this playback to listen to the chords. Okay, I like my first to be this one, this chord here. So I'm gonna drag those. Bring them over here. I'm just gonna bring this one back like that, and just make sure this one comes over here, and I replace it. So now we have our first chord, and now we're gonna look for our second. It can be that one. So now we're gonna try and make it make this a little bit different. I'm gonna make these maybe shorter, like this. Instead of those quick chords, I'm gonna make these ones shorter. All right, so it's going to be like. Okay, I like these ones, so I can select those and then I can bring them over here, and I can select these and make them shorter like that. If I want to, and then I can delete the rest, and again I can select and I can press shift and left. All right, that sounds pretty cool. And then I can just make sure it's looping. Now I have a new chord progression here. can actually bring these forward a little bit. There we go. All right, bring these back. And I can actually make a copy of these first ones here, put them there, make them shorter. Or I can copy these over if I want to and make them play last. If you want to, but it's up to you. But the key here is that you don't have to commit to the progression that you find these MIDI packs in. You can create your own using this technique. Just make sure you use this playback cursor here, and you can play back the chords and see which ones are nice and create a progression using this technique. And just use your imagination and try and hear the music and see where you want these chords to play and how you want them to work. And also use the cut tool if you want to cut anywhere, like if you want to create a new set, or you can even drop them down if you want, like that, and edit them if you want to, or like select all of them and then drop them down if you want to. So that's the thing. That's how you can actually use these MIDI packs to create your own chord progressions. So you have to put in a little bit of work. All they just do is give you somewhere to start, but it's up to you now to add your own touch and make your own choices to what kind of progression that sounds really nice for you when you're making your music. So use this to make really nice chord progressions. It's 2021. Let's make some amazing music. If you found this really helpful, I would appreciate it if you drop a like down below. And if you're new here to the channel, if you are new, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on my future uploads. And also remember to click that bell icon. I know it's cliche now on YouTube, everyone says that, but I would really appreciate it. You are really helping the channel by doing that. And anyways, I'll see you in my next video. I'm X and I'm out. Peace.